Hi, my name is Brandon Bradshaw. I'm going to be fighting June 14th in Brownsville, Texas for Hero of C at Best of the Best 2, and my opponent's going to be Gabe Ranaga.
So let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about your opponent. What do you know about him? He's from San Antonio.
I know a little bit about him. I know that he's a black belt in like a traditional karate. Knows a little jiu-jitsu. I've studied a little bit of footage on him. Not overanalyzing it, but I've seen a little bit. I know a little bit about his style.
So you guys got a pretty big age difference. I think he'll be 42 when the fight happens, and you are how old?
I'm 36.
Okay, so not too much. You're about
Right.
what, maybe 6 years apart.
Yeah,
So
right about that.
okay, so you look a little younger than that. But what do you feel that maybe the edge is going in for you going into that fight?
Well, I'm working real hard. I train over at a high intensity MMA and fitness and mission with Leroy Martinez. He's also fought for JC in the past. He's also an STFC fighter. He's well rounded. He pushes me in a lot of areas with the boxing, with the wrestling. I just feel confident that I'm well rounded in this fight for wherever if he wants to take this fight, wherever I may take this fight. I feel confident in my abilities.
And talk a little bit about your fighting style and maybe your background, some of the things that you've practiced and studied.
Okay. It started off, I've loved martial arts ever since I was a kid, and I started off, to traditional like Taekwondo when I was young, took some Goju. These were all through up to my teen years. I actually got a late start, in MMA. I just jumped directly into pro. I took my first pro fight on a month's notice and didn't cut any weight, took it at 170 pounds, and was told by many people that they've considered that a fight of the night fight. It was great, and it was a good learning experience. And my second fight was a TKO stoppage, and I did learn a lot from that fight. I learned to push the pace, don't hesitate, to take control, and I believe that those lessons I've learned are going to pay off in this upcoming fight.
Yeah, you and I have talked about that a little bit. That you felt like you were hesitating a lot. What maybe a little too much. What do you think was causing that?
We're all human, but Ray Bonda, I had heard a lot about him coming into that fight. I knew the camp that he came from. I knew that he was a former champion, in the amateur. And I believe maybe, I just allowed myself to sort of like mentally overanalyze that fight and trying to be too technical, and I didn't attack, like I should have. But woulda, coulda, shouldas. You learn, and it was a great fight. I'm still glad that I took that fight, and it's only going to make me stronger in this one.
And talk to us a little bit about your day and maybe your training regimen and some of the things that you've been doing to prepare for this.
Well, as of late, it's been pretty grinding. I get up at 5 a.m. I go over to the gym. I actually put in a session. I'm at the gym by 6. I put in a session before I even go to work. I do work a full-time job. I'm actually blessed to work for BT, Baptist Temple McAllen. They're actually sponsored me for this upcoming fight as well. I'll put in my hours over there. A lot of days can be vigorous, that we actually do outside grounds work and things like that, so that keeps me some conditioning there as well. Then I'll finish up the day at least 4 to 5 days a week after work. I'll go back to the gym for another session. And then just try to maintain, strength and conditioning on my own. I go to Freedom Fitness as well as tie that in with my gym work, with the guys, with our sparring, with our grappling, with everything that we do over there.
And so your conditioning is top notch. You think that's part of your...
Conditioning can always be better, but it's definitely far better than my last fight, and we're working every day very hard. And these guys, they push you to your breaking point, which is what we want. I want to get broke in the gym, not in the ring. So I feel good. I'm at a good pace right now.
What do you think's driving you, Brandon?
Right now, I want that W, man. I have to say, I know, I like this fight a lot because, although I'm 36, he is an older fighter, but we're both coming in there older guys, both kind of similar backgrounds and stories, coming into MMA at a later age and, ready to go to war. And, I know that, I take nothing for granted, and if he wants that W as bad as I do, that's going to make us both dangerous. So it should make for an exciting fight.
You have any predictions for this fight, or?
Prediction per se, no, but I definitely want to finish this fight. I don't want to play this safe and go to a decision. At the same time, I want to fight a smart fight, but I don't see it going to a decision. I think that we're going to go in there to win this thing.
And go ahead and talk about your goals in MMA, or what would you like to accomplish?
At this point, I'm going to take it one fight at a time. At this age and at this pace in the game, I just, I'm blessed to be participating, be healthy, to be, in there, get this W. Then I'll see what's presented, what JC wants to offer, and where we can go from there.
And who do you think that? Well, tell us who your hero is and why.
Jesus Christ, first and foremost. I've been saved, and I know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm very strong in my faith, and that's definitely number one hero.
Who do you think you've been a hero to, or who do you think you've been influenced in a positive way in your lifetime?
My children. I have a son and a daughter. My son is actually 17 already. He's come down here and trained with me and Leroy, and he's already, got his eyes set on getting into this sport, and I think that's pretty awesome. I don't pressure him to do it, but he just has a genuine love for it, so it's a huge blessing, and that drives me and wants me to do the best that I possibly can.
So on June 14th, what do you want your performance to say about you?
I just wanted to say that I'm hungry, that I've never let anything break me down. I've never quit. Even though I'm going here 0-2, I don't go in there with a losing mentality. I'm going in there to win, and I'll work hard and continue to push forward.